Welcome to my channel. Hi everybody, welcome to my channel and welcome to a little tiny episode just briefly updating you on how I'm doing after I took ill upon my completion of the lemonade cleanse. And so I'm really wondering why I again got a bladder infection. And I know it's not a pleasant topic, but I want to help people out there in case they are planning on doing extensive stints on the lemonade cleanse. I want to share what happened with me. And I've already discussed the incident of possibly making myself sick on the lemonade cleanse, although it wasn't intentional. I'm not sure what the connection between the cleanse and the infection is, but it's very reoccurrent. And so maybe not every time, but it's pretty memorable. I've had at least 4 to 5 infections since starting the lemonade cleanse 10, 11 years ago. And so I did tell you that I was skeptical about my prescription, which I basically just picked up at a drugstore without consulting a doctor. And I will be following up with a doctor, however. But let me just tell you, I was given a strain of macrobid antibiotics, which is unknown to cause a number of side effects, especially in the elderly. And so I have to tell you that be very careful because there are some antibiotics out there under the macrobid family that really do a number on your muscles. And this one in particular that I did try also is not very good for your liver, but I happen to have a great healthy liver, so I had no symptoms whatsoever to do with my liver. I'm letting you know that I'm pretty much about 90%, 95% cleared. I still have little twinges and incidences, but I think that I'm pretty much cured. I stayed on the antibiotics for 5 days, and I experienced the most horrific leg pain. And normally, like, I have been feeling much, much better lately with my muscles in the leg. And Usually I just get sore, after I wash 4 or 5 floors, 4 or 5 rooms of floors, something like that. I'm not one to be weak or afraid of a lot of heavy housework, but because of my condition, which I'm going to try to name as soon as I can grab the label out of my notebook, I'm going to flash it across. And it's something that's very common, but macrobid attacks your weakened or sore muscles. Say you had a sprained ankle, it'll go to the ankle. Say you had a sprained knee, it'll go to the knee or an elbow, something like that. And they warn people that if the pain persists and persists, to seek medical attention immediately. Well, this is the second day off the macrobid after completing my 10 pills, and I'm feeling, oh my God, so much better. I was afraid. Guys, I couldn't move. I couldn't walk. I couldn't stand up. My legs would not hold me. I never felt like that before. I'm a big walker, and although I've cut down on my walking a bit, no, I can't begin to tell you how painful and scary this medication uh, made me feel. It was awful, but thankfully the side effects seem to have completely vanished, and I'm really very, anxious about getting this infection again and what will I take, because, I don't want to be put on this medication that I've never heard of before and, go through the same thing. So I have to make sure that I paste it to my scrapbook, the official prescription slip, and make sure that I never get it again, or at least not if I can help it, because it's almost a killer. But I am okay now, and so I'm chalking it up to maybe it's just a side effect that only lasts while the medication is in your system. Um, oh, I'm so relieved that I feel like my old self again. And I even came out with a skin rash, and I thought, could it be from the medication? And then I found out, yeah, the medication does produce some skin rashes. So it's also not good for your lungs. But I have no trouble breathing. I'm not coughing. So thankfully, those side effects miss me. They skip me. But the sore and achy muscles, oh my God. I had to take complete bed rest, and I'm not one to take to going to sleep in the middle of the day. But let me tell you, I was so sore. I thought I was going out of my mind. I didn't know what to do. But I'm okay now, and I think, as long as I don't wash the floors every day, I should be okay. Thanks for listening and watching.